Hello and good afternoon. I am going to, well, I've talked about this a lot because, my life's not that interesting. But we went away recently. We headed south to Victoria, to Melbourne for work. Well, hubby had to work. I kind of just tagged along and had fun. But on the traveling front, when we travel, when I travel, I like to bring some perfume with me and travel with some perfume and wear perfume. And so I don't like to bring a whole giant bottle of perfume with me because it's very easy to accidentally drop it, break it. And some of these perfumes are not exactly cheap, so I would rather not accidentally drop a bottle of Tom Ford. That's just what it is. So when I travel, I use this. This is an old brush roll, and for any of you who travel with makeup or use makeup and things like that, you would know what a brush roll is. And basically it's just this is a soft one. There are some that are hard and that are like, more structured. But this is just really soft and padded. And it looks like this. I'm sorry it's a little manky because it's very old. And then you flip this little flap and it's got all these slots where you can, stick a brush in it and protect your brushes. I don't use it for that because I keep my brushes in a different container and I'm a little bit less responsible with my brushes, and I just kind of like chuck them all in one bag. But what I do is I put my perfumes in it, and I have a bunch of like this, and I keep them in here, and then they are well protected. And then when I fill them up, I just roll them up like that. And, it travels well. And I just stick it in with the rest of my makeup and it all fits into one bag. And it works really, really, really well. So, anyway, I wanted to, for today's video, just talk about what perfumes I traveled with and whether I wore them or not. Little bit of a spoiler, I didn't wear all of them. I did wear perfume most days, but I had 2 days, 1 day in Sydney and 1 day in, well, no, actually, was it 1 day in Melbourne or a couple of days in Melbourne where I didn't wear any perfume like right at the beginning of the day because I knew I was going to go out and I was going to go to a perfumery. I was going to go to a couple of places that had perfume, so I went without perfume on so that I could spray on some perfume and have perfume that I was wearing. So what I did is I'll show you what I always have in mine. I did use one up. It was a Tonka and almond perfume by, I think, Bond's 100 or Bond 100 or something like that. I've used it up. I am not recycling the bottle, but I'm reusing the bottle because it's refillable. So I've taken it apart and I've washed it and everything, and I forgot to keep it until after I filmed this video. So there is that. In my efficiency, which doesn't happen very often when unpacking and tidying up, that got washed. So there was that one. I have a very, very old bottle of Kat Von D's Saint perfume. I love this bottle. It's gorgeous. And there's only that little bit left. I did try to use this up while I was away, but it didn't happen because, I don't spray a lot. So there's quite, and I probably had about that much to begin with, and I kind of used this much of it. So it'll take me probably another trip to get it used up. And the nice thing also is that this is, I can undo this. So it's reusable. So I can refill it, wash it out, clean it, and refill it with something else. With a similar scent profile, so you know it doesn't interfere with the perfume, and that clears out after a couple of sprays anyway, so it's not that big a deal. The only thing I'm not crazy about is the fact that the paint on the cap is peeling, so I might wrap some tape around that just to protect it a bit. But that is I think Kat Von D, this is pretty old. When this was released, I bought Saint and Sinner. There were two of them, a black one and a white one. This is all I have left. I actually like this one better because it's a little bit sweeter and it has vanilla in it. The other one was sort of like a little bit darker and a little bit sort of more sensual and moody, which is not my sort of, you know, preferred style of perfume. And so I still have that. I traveled with that, packed that kind of thing. And I also have, this is something I made up, which was a Crabtree and Evelyn Rose EDP. Very, very old, discontinued. And then I mixed with it some Dua Moroccan mint tea because I wanted to make it a little bit fresher, because it was just very sweet and very, very like a lot of rose, and I just didn't want that whole a lot of rose thing going on. And I think I still have the big bottle of Evelyn Rose. It's not something I'm gonna throw away because the Evelyn Rose, Evelyn was a very, very special lady in my life. She's passed now, but she was kind of like a second mom to me. And so I feel very attached to that perfume because of the name Evelyn. So I don't think I will ever get rid of it. But I wanted this to be a little bit more wearable for me. I still like that rose, but this is a bit fresher because it's got the Moroccan mint tea in it, and it's got Bombay Talkies in it. And Bombay Talkies is a little bit more, what do you call that? A little bit smoky, a little bit deeper. It's got a little bit of wood in it and a little bit of coffee in it. So between that and the Moroccan mint tea into the Evelyn Rose, I actually have something that's quite fresh but still slightly floral, but at the same time a little bit mysterious. So it's actually a really fun perfume to wear, and I don't have much of it left. I've only got that little bit of it left, so I will be making my way through that. I do need to finish that off. And this is a Thierry Mugler Angel. I used to love this perfume. I still do, but it's, how do I put it? It's not as good as it used to be. I used to wear this perfume when it first released. How long ago? I don't even remember how long ago. This would be in the, I think, early 90s. So 30 years ago, 30-something years ago. And I loved it then because it was sort of like the first of its kind. It was sweet. It was luscious. It was probably the first gourmand. It also has a lot of patchouli in it, which I actually have discovered I quite like patchouli in a perfume. But a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people find this particular perfume, Angel, quite offensive and can cause a lot of like headaches and nausea and things like that. I like it, but I have absolutely no idea how much is left in this. I can't open it because it's one of those, you know, bottles that's crimped shut. I suppose if I kind of like jiggled it and used a clamp, I could probably pry it open, but I don't want to. So I'm working on this. I have been working on this. Oh, I can smell it through the, what's that thing called? The atomizer. So I've been working on this for a long time. I haven't worn it recently. It still smells good, and I still like the scent profile. But it's not the same as my original bottle of, like, Angel from 30-something years ago, which I no longer have, because I used that up, and that was, you know, that was done. So, yeah, I have this. I will, you know, continue working on it. And then I also have a small bottle, because your girl cannot afford a full bottle of Byredo Bal. So I have a tiny decant of the Byredo Bal, which is my all-time favorite summer warm weather scent. It is so fresh, it's so light, it's absolutely delightful. It's got a little bit of vetiver in it, which sort of kind of gives it a little bit of depth, but it's, what's that word? It's very fresh, and it's citrusy, and it's just delightful. Smelling it makes me happy. And one of the favorite hotels that we stay in uses Byredo Bal scented toiletries in the bathrooms. So in the body wash, the hand wash, the shampoo, the conditioner, and the body wash, hand wash, shampoo, conditioner, and lotion. So the whole thing, you know, in the bathroom. And I just absolutely love it when we stay in that hotel, because whenever we stay in that hotel, I get to use Bal scented everything when I get ready in the morning, and when I shower, and, you know, sort of like take off the day at the end of the day. And then in the morning, if I top myself up with the perfume after, you know, the shampoo, the conditioner, the hand wash, the body wash, the lotion, everything, it is just, oh my word, it is just delightful, and I love it. The Bal body products are not actually available for general sale, at least not here in Australia. However, I did find a website that supplies 5-star hotels. I am not a 5-star hotel, so I cannot, you know, get it. But I found that just the empty container for the hotel to store the product that has, you know, the Byredo Bal label and everything is $20. Just for an empty container is $20. There are some other Byredo scents that you can buy hand wash or body wash. I think body wash for, and a 450 or 500 ml bottle of body wash is $90. That is just insane to me. So for me, it's a treat if we ever stay in that hotel to use their toiletries and the body products, because your girl is not going to go out and spend $90 on a body wash. I go to Kohl's and I buy my body wash when it's 50% off, and it costs me like $7, $8. You know, that's my budget. Okay. So yeah, the insanity of it, but I love it, and I'm glad to have a little decant that I can use, and I am very glad, very, very, very glad to be able to stay in that hotel every now and then and just enjoy the experience. So there's that. And this time, because we were going away, and I like to sort of so those four, you know, are my kind of what stays in the travel bag. And if I forget to put something in, I can grab, well, I don't even need to grab it, because it's in my makeup travel case, and my makeup travel case is permanently packed with makeup that I rotate every now and then. I was going to make a video at some point about my travel makeup, And I might still do that because I think I've just gone through and I've spent a week with what I've got. And there were some things I used, some things I didn't. And actually don't mind talking about it and talking through and trying to work out what I want and what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. And not keep as in toss, but keep as in rotate out. The other two that I brought along with me, which I did not use, is the Who is Elijah Desert Nights. This is, I don't know if this was a limited edition. I know it was new. The story behind this is that the owner of Who is Elijah went to a festival 20 years ago, or I don't know, 10 years ago, however long ago. The interview is on the internet if you look for it, where she talked about smelling this perfume or perfume oil that her friend was wearing that made her want to have a to find it and then remake the perfume. And she finally released this, and there was a lot of, you know, hoo-ha about it. It actually comes in a rollerball, and I detest rollerballs in, you know, sort of spray perfumes. And I had a top thingamabobby that fit the bottle of the rollerball, so I just took the rollerball top off it and screwed this one on, and then popped a cap on it. So the normal Who is Elijah 10 mils, the ones that are sprays, actually has a black top. This is a wooden top that came with a different bottle of mine that I've kind of repurposed, and I popped the rollerball top onto the other one, and I'll switch it around at some point, whatever. But it's beautiful. It's got rose in it, okay, and we're not going to have that whole does Deanna like rose or not like rose, because I think Deanna's going through some kind of a weird nose transformation where her nose wasn't working for about 3 months, and now that it's working again, apparently she likes rose again. So, you know, and she's talking about herself in the third person, so there's that too. But this is absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. And I swear, the first time I sprayed it and I smelled it, it was like, oh my word, I don't know what this is. It's probably a dupe of something, and she's, you know, recreated it. But I swear I've smelled it before. I have no idea what it is, but it triggers this scent memory in me, which is, I have smelled this before, but I do not know what it is. I don't even know what the notes are in this, but I know for a fact that it's sweet and it's floral and it's got some rose in it. So, and this came, I think she only sells it in the 10 mil, and she wants $55 for 10 mils. And I am not paying $55 for a 10 mil for the whole, you know, if I ever run out of this. So, and if I run out of it, that's fine. I have a lot of other perfumes that I like, and, you know, I'm not going to be sad about it. If I use it up, hooray. So I've got this, and I bought it in a set of, like, one of those, I don't know what she calls them, collections or discovery sets, and it's a set of 4. And I think they go for $99. But I got it on sale, and I don't want to call myself a cheapskate, okay? But I try to be really responsible with my money as much as I can. Sometimes I'm not, let's face it. Sometimes, you know, we like to have a little bit of a splurge. But I try to be responsible with my money, and I try to be making sure that when I get something, I either get it on sale, or it's a deal, or it's, you know, it's discounted, or whatever. So there was some kind of a sale. I don't remember which one, but I got the $99 set for $63 with free shipping. So that was wonderful. And the interesting thing is I recently saw someone selling the set, and they had used, you know, sort of like that much of most of the perfumes, and they wanted $90 for it. And I thought, I got it brand new for $63. So I'm, you know, I'm not this, no. And then I had to pay shipping on top of that. So, you know, at the end of it, why even bother? Just get a new one. So I contacted the person and I said, are you willing to negotiate? Or, you know, are you firm on the price? I try to be very polite when I do things like that. And, you know, I will ask politely. And if they say no, look, it's their prerogative. And one of the lessons my dad taught me from a very, very young age is always ask. You know, ask. Sorry, if the lighting is a little bit funny, it's because I think the sun is setting and it's coming in at weird angles. So I apologize if the light's getting funky. But anyway, so I asked and she said, oh, sure, you know, what would you like to offer? And I offered her a price and she goes, oh, no, you know, I don't want to sell it that desperately that I am willing to take that lower price for it. And I said, that's perfectly okay. And I said, look, you know, the reason I don't want to pay what you're asking is because I paid $63 for a brand new set. And she goes, oh, wow, you know, that's a really good deal. So, you know, we very amicably parted ways on that particular transaction, which didn't happen. But, you know, I'm not gonna spend more for something that's used compared to what I paid, you know, when I got it on a sale or that. And, you know, there's always another sale. There's always another perfume, and there's always new perfumes coming out. So it's not, you know, it's not an issue. So I didn't use this at all because I used up the almond and tonka one, which I don't have to show you because I used it up. I used a chunk of the Kat Von D Saint. Did I use the Angel? I might have topped up on the Angel one evening when we went out to the hotel bar for drinks and then out for dinner. But then the other one I brought along with me, and I took it out of the box, was the Desert Divine, which is green tea and aloe, from Glasshouse. Glasshouse is actually an Australian, I think it's an Australian, yes, made in Australia. It's an Australian brand. I think they started in candles, but now they have reed diffusers, they have candles, they have perfume. They have perfume of some of their most popular candle scents. Like they've got a beautiful, like really delicious smelling caramel one, caramel dessert vanilla one called a Taha Affair, and they have that in like everything. Reed diffuser, candle, and perfume, and it's one of their most popular scents. So, but this is a limited edition, and it's got that gorgeous yellow bottle. It's Glasshouse. It's not, I can't reuse it. It's not one of those that I can, you know, unscrew, unlike the Who is Elijah one and the, what's the other one called? The Kat Von D Saint that I can unscrew, and even the almond and tonka one, which I used up, that I can unscrew. But this is a tea fragrance, and I love a tea fragrance. And it's coming into summer. This, oh gosh, this is delicious. It's coming into summer, so I'm really into wearing my fresh tea fragrances now, or my fresher fragrances. And this one is a fresh, succulent, fruity fruity floral fragrance, zesty and invigorating. It is zesty and invigorating. Those are good words. They're right about that. And it's aloe water, freesia, matcha, and oak moss. So you've got, I definitely smell the matcha. Like, it's got that whole green tea vibe, but it's got that vibe, that tea vibe. It does have the sweetness from the freesia, which is a floral, and the aloe water, which is just mild. If you've ever smelled like aloe vera, it's just this really mild, soothing scent. So this is what it is. It's fresh, it's zesty, it's invigorating, but it's also sort of like quite soothing, which I really like. I mean, it was one of those where I was in a store and I thought, oh, I wonder what that's like. And I smelled it because they were promoting it because it was like a new and limited edition thing. And it was right at the end of last summer when I picked it up. So I think it was on sale, and, you know, I forget. It was a while ago. And I used it a little bit because I've only used that much of it. And then it got cold and I set it aside. But I like that it's fresh and it makes me feel like that. I don't know what the words are for that feeling, but it's just very uplifting. That's the word. It's very uplifting, but soothing at the same time. And, I think that's the tea that does it. I love tea. I'm a big tea drinker. I just really love anything tea. So, you sort of think, and it does smell a little bit citrusy, but there's no citrus in it. According to the box, there's no citrus in it, but it smells uplifting, and it says zesty, which you'd think zesty would be something citrus, right? Lime, lemon, yuzu, that kind of thing, but it doesn't have it in there. Maybe they haven't told us every single note that's actually in the perfume, which is quite normal. Okay, you look up Fragrantica, you look up anywhere. Most perfume houses will give you most of the notes, but they will quite likely, I think, hold back like a little secret ingredient or a little secret note, just to keep things a little bit proprietary and, special for themselves. So, yes, and this was the other one that I had. And this one was a little chunker of a bottle. It's chubby compared to my Angel, which is the thin one. So that went in there. I'm not very good at doing this, holding stuff up. And then that went in there. So that was my travel perfume that I carried around with me. The almond and tonka one that I used up was actually quite a small, skinny bottle. So I was able to squeeze, I can't squeeze these two, hang on, let's see if I don't remember exactly what I did, but I was able to squeeze two of the bottles into one of these slots as well, so they all fit. And then what happens is I fold it over like that. This is not the easiest way to do things, right? But you know me, I'm pretty relaxed. And then I roll it up like that. And then it's just a matter of taking it across and tying it. I will set it down to tie because that was awkward. And then that's it. And it's well protected. My perfumes are not going to break unless I am particularly rough with it, or if I drop them badly or stomp on them or something. And yeah, so I've been traveling with this for a really long time, and it's been doing well, and it's survived, and that's it. So it's been 29 minutes and I've run out of things to say. So I think I should go. If you've watched any of my videos for any period of time, you know I kind of just like to ramble a bit. And then I get to the end and it's like, oh, I think I've done enough. I've talked enough. I should stop now. And it's been half an hour, so I should stop. Anyway, so that was my Melbourne, well, it wasn't Melbourne, it was actually Sydney and Melbourne trip where I took my perfume with me. And I did come home. Have I filmed that yet? Maybe I have. I think I have. Yes, I have. I need to check. I have to check, but I think I did talk about the perfumes that I came back with from the trip already. If I have, I will link it. If I haven't, I should probably film it. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching. Oh no, you know what? I don't think I filmed it. I don't think I filmed it. Maybe. No. Yes. I don't know. I have to check. My memory is not what it used to be. So, no. Well, my short-term memory has been really terrible recently. So, that's why I'm saying I'm not sure if I've filmed it. And I have filmed a couple of videos about the trip. But I don't know if that's one of them. Or if I've already done it or not. I really don't remember. So I'll check, and if I haven't, I will film it. Let's leave it at that. Okay, Deanna, you need to stop talking. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, Echo, I'm talking to you. Leave me a a teapot emoji for the tea perfumes. How does that work? How's that? Yes, a teapot emoji. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your patience, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.